Hello and welcome. Today we've got two brand new sets to take a look at already for the following month in April. Yes, I know we're only the 1st of March, but already we have got two new sets on the LEGO website. But the reason why these are quite important is because they are available to pre-order, and with that pre-order you will be entitled to the giveaway purchase if you break the price point. Now, I have just stumbled across these, and this is the first time I'm clicking on these properly, and I know Jay's Toy Collection UK is a massive fan of the Green Goblin. So this is the Green Goblin construction figure. It is £31.99. If you pre-order it now, it will ship from the 1st of April 2024. It has 471 pieces and you get 256 points. Item number 76284. and 4. Now, it does look very, very good. Now, you can see the different bits and pieces on here, and it's obviously from the Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, we have already had two sets from Spider-Man No Way Home, which I actually have in minifigure form. It's just up there to my left-hand side, and the minifigures do look very, very good in it. But now they're obviously making these much larger action-type figures, which, to be honest, they do look all right on the shelf, and they do add some appearance. If you're a fan of these and you're a fan of the film, this is going to be a perfect combination for you. So that'd be the easiest one to have a look at. You can see you've got all the detail and all the details. There we go. Up on the arm, the bicep, all around on the outside. You've got the elbow. The wrists do a full 360, but you can see that on the ball joint just on the inside there. And then you've got the hinge on the elbow, just like your normal elbow would do. You can only put it straight and you can bend it as a big bicep curl. But with your wrist, you can wrap it around all the way. Now, I would imagine a bit like the Batman and the Wolverine, those pads will pop up. It does look like the ears might move ever so slightly if you want them to. And then you've got all of this nice detail on the chest. And you can see how you've got the suit with all these elements just on the middle. Then again, you've got all the movement on the arms. Now, already what you're going to have to do is potentially to pose it is to lift this flap up, spin it around and then put the flap back down again, because this might end up taking those pieces off. But again, it is what it is. Now you can see he is holding, well, his pumpkin bombs, isn't he? So he's got two of those, which does look very, very cool. And then you've got all of the detail on the legs. Now again, with the legs, the hips, you can do crazy things with if you want to. You've got lots and lots of mobility with those. These are very, very photogenic if you do want to take photos of these. But you can see you've got the big, strong Technic piece on the knee. So the grey elements are all knee, or the grey elements or Technic stuff around the knee and the ankle. And then you can see you've got the knee pads up on the front, and you've got the cool little bits and pieces like the old dustbin lids that they've got on the front just there. And then you've got the different bits and pieces on the outside of the calf. And then you've got the front of the shin as well. Now, the glider, the one that is on, is obviously the purple one. Does look like there's quite a bit of detail to that. And this glider is going to have to be quite big for those characters to stand on. As I'm looking around, trying to figure out if I've got any of those to hand. And I don't, I'm afraid. So they do have a very, very good stance. And you can see that he's not completely stood upright either. So I would imagine, I'm hoping, that there will be a pin that his foot will go in, and it should just be able to clip in just on there. And then you've got the 4 flames on the outside, and you've got this really nice purple detail. And then you can see you've got all of the grey, you've got the black, and then you've got the green all up at the front. And again, you've got more purple just at the front, just there. And then you've got these cool, like, sort of almost pirate swords, aren't they, up at the front, because obviously they're using that for the blades. And then you can do some really weird and wonderful things with that if you want to. Now, do I need this in my display? Can I get away with it in my theme park? This is the biggest question. Does look nice. So again, you can have them pose slightly differently on there. Let's get all the big photos up, shall we? Let's have a good look at all of these. He says, there we go. And you can see, again, you've got the really nice face up on there. That is not a sticker, that is a print, which is always nice and handy to have. So it is one nice big print, and then you've got the nice chin piece just underneath, which looks nice. And they've obviously added in the smoke effect just underneath on there, so you can get some nice photos of this. And again, there we go, that's what we wanted to see. Get that off. That's what we wanted to see. Nice strong Technic pins, that's exactly it. So you can see in he goes. And to change the stance, you have got 2 Technic pin holes, which is very, very good and very, very handy. But it does then mean that if you want to obviously open his stance up and twist his torso however you want to do it, then you can do. So that is very, very good. And they are very, very eye-catching. Like I said, I've got the I've got one of the Spider-Man, one of the Wolverine, and one of the Batman, and I'm very impressed with them. So they do look good, and then you can see these bits on the back, and then that's more detail on the back just there. So there's a lot going on with this. The purple looks like it's very, very nice and rich. And you've got the turbine there for the engine, and then you've got all the Technic pinholes on that sort of a H shape, which again I think looks very, very smart. It looks very, very good. I would imagine this might sell very well with non-Lego collectors as well, because it scales very nicely. And you can see that is the back of the box artwork, and that is what it looks like in hand. So yes, it is quite large in hand. So you can see all the different bits and pieces, and yes, that does look quite big. Now I'm hoping the box will tell us the size. No, no box, no box, no box, no box. Normally, well, they have started to put the dimension. They haven't, so I can't tell you how big his glider is, in case you wanted to fit on the shelf, I'm afraid. So that is that one, which does look very, very nice. Now, I'm assuming, obviously, it's a. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing that they're showing these on the first when the new sets have only just come out today. So quite a lot to swallow with regards to the amount of stuff that they are throwing at us at the moment, but they never breathe, we never take time, so this is the stuff that's coming out. But with regards to these two sets, I would imagine there's going to be more. There's going to be more coming out through the month of March. Now, the only reason I can think of why they've done this today is because Marvel and DC were the only things that did not have a release or a new release today. There was lots and lots of new sets coming out on the 1st of March, and there was nothing for Marvel or DC. So potentially they've gone, here you go, don't worry, it's on its way in April. Now, if I click that right now, limit of 2. So you can only pre-order 2 of these. So for whatever reason, if you wanted to, you can do. If you want this weird and wonderful giveaway purchase, you've got to spend over £180, which we'll go over that at the end. So there are giveaway purchases running currently, and this is now going to be take your risk, take your chance, because you pre-order this today with a couple of other little bits and pieces that you want to get that released today, and you get given the flower store, or you wait until the 10th and they change the giveaway purchase, and will it be Marvel DC related? So that's something you've got to be careful of. This is where it gets quite difficult to get the sets at the right time. Now, there was this thing, which we'll take a look at. This has obviously just come out as well. This obviously it's just come on the website. So I just happened to be on the website as it's come on. So this is the Iron Spider-Man. So this does look, again, the colours look very, very rich. Nice pose. I think the Green Goblin looks better though, let's be honest. I think that does look nice. But you have got all of that going on with that. Now I do believe this has just come out in a brickhead form. You have got you've got a slightly different element for the fingers on this one, so that's slightly different. And you can obviously see you've got the nice bit across the wrist, you've got the different fingers on there, and you've got the really chunky legs, you've got the shin, calf. Again, what I said about the hips with the Green Goblin, you can open up the hips all the way, and you can have the feet completely side on, and it does stand. As long as you lean the top half over enough as a counterbalance, it doesn't fall over. But I don't know what it's going to be like with these new Spidey claws on the back. So that is going to be the only thing to consider. I have absolutely no idea what that is going to be like. But at the same time, if you're a fan of Spider-Man and Green Goblin, I think you're going to enjoy this one. Now, looking at that box, are they going to do the other 2? Are they going to do the other 2? Now, I'm just trying to think. The Iron Spider-Man did he actually wear that outfit in the film? Did he ever put it on? I know there'll be people screaming at me now, but I'm trying to think, did he? That might need to be a rewatch, but it's under the Spider-Man No Way Home banner, but I don't think he did. Okay. Anyway, we will carry on. We'll keep moving on. Otherwise, I'll just end up pondering and dribbling over that. So you can. I'm assuming you're going to get some potential effects with this because you did with the other one. You had just some nice big spider web effects, but you can see you've got all the really nice colours on the inside here. So you've got the nice blue that wraps into the gold on the inside of the knee. So they try and hide the Technic stuff as best they can, but obviously the Technic stuff is in limited colours, so it is what it is. But the grey works fine. It's hidden-ish, and again, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, they could have potentially had this element in gold or blue, but then you're going to pay a lot more for it. Just change it out. If you've got that piece, you can probably order the piece in a different colour if you're not happy with it. If it's accurate to the actual figure, then you're absolutely laughing. But I think a lot of them are just grey. I think you got away with it, the Spiderman and the Batman, because it was just all black. And I think obviously Technic is in grey or black normally for that. But again, that's what that looks like from the front. So slightly different elements around the knee. So you've got the old school dustbin lid again, but this time you have this element here. And it looks like you've got the longer shin piece and you've got different detail on the front of the boot. So that does look pretty smart. You can see you've got the sort of half cheese wedges just on the side with the studs. And then you've got the curvature and everything around the front of the foot, which does, again, look nice. And they're not stickers. Oh, I hope they're not stickers. No, they can't be stickers for this. So there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 different pieces to make up that spider. And then you've got the matching color pattern on the inside of the arm. And again, you can see what this will rotate like. And there's a lot of different bits and pieces that you can do, and you can obviously stand them in a completely different way. So it does look nice. Again, that's the back of the box artwork, and that's how they attach. That's always handy. So you'll be I obviously I have no idea, but I'm assuming you'll be able to just pull that Technic pin out if you did not want his things on the back. So if you're really struggling to stand him and you want to basically display the back piece in front of him for photos, for example, that looks like it might just be a Technic pin that you push in. I'm hoping you don't push it in and build around it and you can't pull it back out again. I hope that's the case. Otherwise, that's going to look very, very strange from the back without that bit in. So you can, again, just customize it. Well, I'm sure everybody will get it for review in the next week or so we can see it, which is they are moving at such a fast pace. But it's actually nice to see something brand new on the website for myself for a change. And then again, you can see that in scale. So they are all the same height there or thereabouts. I think the Green Goblin is a little bit. I think the Green Goblin's a little bit better, to be honest. However, pricing difference. And I didn't even go through everything else. So this is the Iron Spider-Man construction figure. Again, order it now. Ships from the 1st of April. It's available for pre-order, so you can mix and match this with any of the other sets and the Green Goblin as well. This one, though, comes in at $29.99. Item number 76298. 240 points, 303 pieces, and it is an 8+ age. So with regards to this, it's only got a limit of 2 as well. Now have a quick look at both of these side by side. There we go. The other one's $31.99. So for the sake of £1, which one do you prefer having these side by side? I think they both look very, very good. Now, I am assuming that these went on at midnight and they didn't just randomly pop on when I was just doing another video. So you're going to get a double upload on a Friday. Because all of these, I was looking through the page before and then it just popped up. So I'm just going to quickly double check to make sure they've not updated their website. I've just done another video of everything that is available on back order, and that'll be in the video that's just gone up live before this one, because that's the order that I've done it in. And there's an amazing amount of sets that are already sold out. So if you are thinking of going to the Lego store on Saturday, which is tomorrow, so the 2nd of March, just double check the stock. But these are on back order massively. But no, we're well into that now. If I go to the first page, just to double check, I don't think there is. They're still available. That's out of stock online, and it's also out of stock in the Lego store that I went to today. So that's surprises me, to be honest, that one's gone. Plushies add to bag. What is this? So have we now got a Friends space set? And we have, because that was the only thing that was missing from the space range. We just had a massive Technic wave last month, and potentially we might now get another wave of Friends space stuff. So this is the first look at the Friends space. I've never ever seen this before. So you will get those 2 characters, which is Olivia and William, and you can see that they do look pretty cool in their space outfits. And then you've got the bright orange, white and purple bits and pieces on there with the yellow on the front. Or that might be a bit of a better picture to have a look at because it's the same photo. And then you've got on here, they have actually just changed the logo ever so slightly. So they've just changed the colour. So they've added it in as a purple rather than the blue, I think, that they tend to use, or the slight yellow, because now they're not using the NASA anymore. It is up in there, look. So normally it's that blue up at the top, and they have just changed the logo from that to that. So that's a nice little touch. And you can see, again, they seem to be using more and more technical elements in all of these. Now, what I am going to do very quickly, before once we've had a look at these giveaways, is just type in Marvel and DC and see if anything else pops up. Because it would be sod's law that I will upload this or edit this together and then something else will come on the website later on this evening. But if you are in the process or you're just coming back from work and you're thinking, what do I want to break the price point of £180? That is what you need for this one now, because the other one, it used to be more expensive. It was £220 or £230 price point. This is now a cheaper price point. And obviously, I think there's going to be 4 of these to collect. And you can see all of these different bits and pieces down on here. And I think it's going to be one of those that, like the others, it does absolutely nothing for me, but I'm sure there's going to be people that will absolutely adore these. I wanted the Ninjago one, and you have to use your points for the Ninjago one instead. I've already had a rant about that, so I'm not going to cover that. Anyway, that is in the previous upload. Now, you can see that this says Shop New, Shop Exclusive Bestsellers. Oh, they've now got different tabs that you can go on as well. So they've massively updated the website. Very, very fancy. But this, if you are looking for it in the second-hand market, is item number 40680, 338 pieces, 12 plus. There is a Super Mario Day coming. That starts on the 4th to the 11th or the 5th or something. 4th. It wasn't too far off. So the 4th of the 3rd to the 11th of the 3rd, you getting offers and double points on Super Mario sets. So apparently it's Super Mario Day coming up. So that's going to be thrilling for anybody that loves Super Mario. They're always in a sale anyway, so it's going to be very, very interesting to see exactly what is what. And if you are a huge Animal Crossing fan, and you are in the process of back ordering all of the Animal Crossing stuff that is currently up on the LEGO website, or if you are lucky enough to get it in store, this is the polybag that you will receive when you break £45 or more. So you get a garden and a beach cleanup. So it's 2 individual polybags. And I said this before, if this character is not included in the other Animal Crossing sets, and this polybag sells out over this weekend, even though it's only the 1st, this might be an extremely expensive polybag, because I have never known a whole theme to sell out on day one. The odd set from that theme, yes. Not absolutely everything. It's like the equivalent of going into the store and no friend sets are on the shelf. It was nuts to see, and I'm glad people have just queued up to buy it. Now, the reason why I'm also clicking on this is on the back of the Friends one, you do get a free Kids Go Free to the Legoland Park. So just double check if that is valid for any Legoland Park around the world, and let me know if you're watching this from somewhere else around the world, not the UK, what is included within your polybag. Now, sticking on the Marvel, Spiderman, DC, that technically is a Marvel film, not a Sony, so we will go with it. What have they classed that under? Has it just randomly? So it's under the Marvel tab. And that is the only other new one that has come out. That has just come out today. So you've got the Green Goblin just in there. That's a cool looking thing. All of these are available now. The mech is out. I think that came out today. Oh, it might be a heavy, heavy month coming for Marvel. But what if they're going to give us Marvel ones of those? We're going to get DC, possibly DC ones. We don't get much DC. We just get Batman stuff, which is not bad. But it'd be nice to have, I don't know, there is another character maybe called Superman, or about 400 different villains. That would be quite cool to have some of those as well. Or, I don't know, Mr. Freeze maybe, just something. Anything bar another Batcave and a Batmobile. But at the same time, I love it, so I don't really care too much. But it would be nice to have something different rather than just black, because I'm starting to have quite a lot of black at the moment. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but when the Joker Manor is extremely bright and vibrant, that would be nice. Sticking with Batman, I would like a Wayne Manor, please. I don't care if that is fully black. I would have that in a heartbeat. That would look fantastic on display. One of those. Thank you very much indeed. So fingers crossed for anything relating to this. So if you are a DC fan and you want any of those, one day, maybe we might get something one day, but we never know. So that does look like that is it. So that was a really, really quick and easy upload for me. Super short, super sweet. So guys, if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Let us know if you are looking forward to what is potentially now going to be a month of Marvel and DC releases, because like I said, everything else that has come out on the 1st of March was everything apart from Marvel and DC. So it's going to be very, very interesting for the month of April. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care and I'll see you next one. Ta-da.